Guys, listen. It's back! It's back! I can't believe it. I can't believe it's back. Alright. First, let's mute it. Let's mute the audio. Alright. Guys, the update is finally out. I can't believe it. Now, I'm going to read the patch notes for you guys because I want to read the patch notes before I get into the game fully, and because I want to see what's new and everything like that. And guys, I can't believe it's out. So, man, it's been so long. I think it's been 2 years, 2 to 3 years since like he finally like said something about this update. And as I go to my channel here, February 21st, 2020 is the last time I read the update to you guys. The last video I posted on FNaF World Simulator. So it's been a very, very long time, and I can't wait to get back into it. And now I'm going to read the patch notes for you guys. Let's do it. Alright, FNaF World Simulator Update 1.1.0 is out. Oh my goodness. That's right, the update 1.1.0 for FNaF World Simulator that adds a new world and character along with a bunch of new features and dialogues has finally been released. Oh man, I can't wait to play. I can't wait to play. What are you waiting for? Go ahead, download the update, and get all the new stuff. Don't worry, your save files will be carried over to the new version. And I already downloaded it. I am all set. I'm ready to go. Record a bunch of videos on it, guys. It will take a little while to get the videos out because I have to edit them and plus do college at the same time. But those videos will be my top priority, guys. So don't you worry. I will try to get all the videos out for you guys before the year ends. So guys, stay tuned, okay? I'm not lying. I'm gonna work hard, all right, guys? How to access the new world. You must first have unlocked the third world, Dusting Fields, if you have not done that yet. You won't be able to enter the new world. Once you have done that, go to Fazbear Hills, and then go to the upper left. You will find Fredbear and Marionette. Talk to them, and they will tell you all you need to know to access the new world. Yes! Let's do it! Alright, keep reading this, this patch notes to find out some of the additions of this update brings, how the development for this update was like, and what the future of FNaF World Simulator will be. All spoilers for the update are hidden in spoiler tags, so no need to worry about ruining the surprises. Alright, so, what's new? I want to know. What's new in this update? This update is massive. That's the word I like to hear, alright, guys? Massive. I love massive updates to games that I love, and right there is good news. It has a lot of content, fixes, improvements, and so on. There's no way I could list every single thing that is new, so instead I will only mention some of the most notable. A huge brand new world with lots to explore and many things to do has been added. Oh man, let's go. A new character has also been added that is unlike any other. There are many fun new features and a lot of new dialogues, some of which tie up loose ends of the story. Great, I love that, and I wonder who the new character is going to be. You guys will probably find out before I do because I have to edit this video and then I'll start recording FNaF World Simulator again. So yeah, you guys will already know everything before me, but hey, that's what it takes to be a YouTuber, I guess. So the performance of the game was improved greatly. So if the game ran slow on your computer, it should be faster now. Great. Many of the attacks you can use in the game were tweaked. Attacks that were too weak were made stronger and vice versa. Some attacks even function differently now. I suggest trying out all the attacks again to see how they changed. Interesting. Alright, so I wonder if Fourth Wall and my healing... I forget what they're called. I haven't played the game in a long time, guys, so Bear with me, I forgot some of the attacks, but I know I used Fourth Wall and Happy Jam. Those were the two I combined over and over and over, and it was just OP. So wonder if those are the same or he tweaked it and nerfed it. I don't know. We'll see. I have made some improvements to the party, chip, and bytes menus. When you open any of them, they won't be a big loading screen anymore, and the puzzles and challenges in the overworld won't get reset anymore. So that's perfect. Wasting less time and not, you know, bugging with a bunch of loading screens anymore. I like that. Whenever you lose a battle against the boss, there will be an option for you to try again in the game over screen. That is great. All right, this allows you to get right back to the battle faster. Yep. I altered some of the old dialogues to fix grammar, punctuation, and other issues, and a few were even rewritten completely. Interesting. Most of the loading screens in the game were rewritten because a lot of the jokes and references I put them were a little too obscure. Did anyone understand even half of them anyway? When I was doing the series, probably not. I don't know. Back in the day, I couldn't hardly read anything. Still can't sometimes, but hey, it's what it is. A section at the end of Choppy Woods was a bit was altered a bit. All right. I'll get the spoilers later, guys. I'll read them at the end, so I'm not spoiling you guys if you don't want to read them. All of these things I mentioned above are only a few of the many fixes, improvements, and additions in this update includes. I did my best to improve the game in every single aspect, ranging from changes so small you probably won't even notice to some really great and important changes. All this was to make the game the best it can be, and I'm very happy with the results. It's a much better game than it was in the last version. What he did with this game was amazing. Like, just it's honestly the best FNaF fan game I've ever played. Like, hands down, it's probably the best that I've ever played, and just to be a part of this journey as it was been developed and stuff like that, it's a massive thank you to Crash. And just now, what happened behind the scenes during development? I first had this idea for this update back in final months of 2019 when my internet wasn't working, which she mentioned in the last patch notes. Prior to that, I was planning to release the new version of FNaF World Simulator that would be numbered number 8. Continuing the previous version, number 7. Number 8 was going to be a typical version, doing nothing more than fixing bug fixes and improving things here and there. I wasn't able to make this version happen because my internet died in 2019 and stayed that way for most of the year. There was no way I could publish anything, which is understandable. Before I released this game, there was a feature I wanted to add, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work in a way that made sense. So I ended up not doing it in the final months of 2019. However, I finally came up with something. And that was when I decided I would make an update to FNaF World Simulator instead of just a regular version. My plan for the update was to add this new feature along with some new dialogues. What is this new feature I wanted to add, you may ask? If you had already started playing the update and talked to Fredbear and Marionette in Fazbear Hills, you already know what the new feature is, which I have not. So I don't want to read that spoiler yet. After I decided I would be making an update, my ideas for it kept expanding. I came up with the idea to add a new character, and then a new world, and then a bunch of new features, and many other things, which I love. I like. Oh man, I'm so glad he did that, and just keeping the game going on and on and on. The update would end up being much bigger than I originally intended. To reflect on how big the update is, I made the decision to change the version number from 1.08 to 1.1.0, which we have now. Before I started developing the update, I had to deal with this problem. I somehow lost my files of the game, oh no, and only had 2 backups of the full game. The first one was a backup of version 1.0.0, the very first version of the game released. The second backup was a version 1.0.2, but the greatly majority of it was missing for whatever reason. That is horrible. Oh man. This means that every single thing I did in all the versions after the first version was gone. I had to redo all the many fixes I had already done, and what a boring process that was. To make matters worse, my old patch notes where I explained what I changed in each of the versions had some parts of them missing. I had to look at those old patch notes to know what I had fixed, so the fact that they had missing portions made things a lot harder. In my previous patch notes, I mentioned there was a problem that would slow down development. This right here was the problem I was talking about. Well, after this, I learned my lesson. Always make backups of your important files. That is facts, especially in editing, because like, imagine editing a whole video and then like your power going out or something. Like, that's happened to me before, even in a FNaF World Series video. So I announced the update back in February 13th of 2020, and after 2 years it has finally arrived. That is indeed a really long time, which yes, it's been a long time, but once you see it, just how big the update is, I believe you will understand why it took this long for it to be ready. Yes, I kind of know what you had to go through. Wink wink. Guys, just play the update. Just play the update. I'm telling you, it's going to be great. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to be hyped. So I can't wait to jump in. What's next for FNaF World Simulator? Oh, man, I'm nervous to read this part, all right? So is he either going to update the game again? Are we gonna have a part 2? What are we going to have? More just patch notes from now on? What are we having? What are we having? All right. The long-awaited update has finally arrived, so what does the future hold for FNaF World Simulator? Are there going to be more updates? Is there going to be a mobile port? Those are burning questions. Unfortunately, I cannot make a mobile port of this game, alright, because Scott Cathon once published a official mobile port, and it was taken down. If the original FNaF World couldn't work well on mobile, there's absolutely no way FNaF World Simulator could. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, and now let's talk about the future. I have made the decision that this version that we have now will be the final update for FNaF World Simulator. No! But I understand. Oh, man. But, hey, we had a good run. We had a good run, guys. I will continue to release new versions if necessary, but they will only be bug fixes and other issues. There won't be any more new content added to this game. There are plenty of reasons behind my decision. There are so many improvements, so much new content, and so many awesome moments in this update, and that would frankly be very hard to top it. If I released any update after this, it would likely be extremely underwhelming when compared to this one. It's a much better idea to stop with this update and go out with a bang. I agree, because like, you can't make a game last forever, and I'm glad he's actually stopping, because like he can actually begin on a new game. Like, I don't know what Crash's future is. I don't know what he has going on in his life, but like, if he does make a new game, like, I feel like that would be cool. Make a new game. It doesn't have to be FNaF even, like, I just want to see what Crash has going next for him, so another reason is the fact that I don't really have anything more to add to the game. Every little thing I wanted to include in the game, I've already included. There isn't really anything missing left for me to add. This is a complete game with a complete story, and I'm satisfied with it. And the most important reason I don't want to work on this game anymore. Don't get me wrong, I never stopped caring about this game and never will, but I want to move on. I spent many years working on this project, so I hope you understand that it is only natural for me to want to close things up and begin doing new stuff. I won't make any more games or use Game Jolt for anything, so most of you won't probably hear from me again. I will only respond to comments on the game's page occasionally and post new versions. Dang, man. Alright, so he's not going to make any more games. Alright, so, which is totally reasonable. You know, like, I don't know what's happening in Crash's life, like I said, and just what he put out for us fans, you have to, like, just thumbs up for Crash for just making it an awesome game, and just you know, he just wants to move on with his life, and that's totally reasonable. And just thank you, Crash, for this wonderful game you put out for us FNaF fans. I really appreciate it. So FNaF World Simulator had a long run. I published the games page on March 19th of 2016, released the game on July 6th of 2018, and today on December 1st of 2021, the update 1.1.0 is released, and I announce that this is where it ends. I find it almost hard to believe how much time has passed. This has almost been a 6-year-long journey, and what a fun journey it was. Throughout all this time, the support this game received was fantastic. Back in 2016 and 17, before this game was released, all I had to show off at the time was a short, buggy, and unpolished demo, which I played that demo, guys. Like, that's the like that got me excited. Even just like that 2D looking game of FNaF World Simulator, like, it was so good, and I just couldn't. I knew this game was gonna be special. I don't know. I just had that feeling, and I stuck with it, you know. And when the game released, and I found out it was 3D, I was like, what? What? Like, I was so shocked, and like, he shocked everybody, and what a game it's been, you know. I have no words. I really have no words. Then he says, which I find embarrassing to look at, but that was enough to get many very excited for the game. I remember how people would post comments on the game's page regularly and discuss the game, despite the fact that I hardly posted any news or spoke anything about the game to avoid ruining surprises. I adored seeing all that engagement and excitement for the game, and it made me all the more motivated to work on the game. And that's the same thing that happens with my videos, you know. If I, like, once I did this series on this game, I wasn't expecting hardly any views, honestly. I was expecting maybe 100 tops, right? But you guys, like, it was around 30,000 views per video. That was insane, and that was the most recognition, excitement I've ever received. And I was gaining so many subscribers at the time, and just, you guys all came from this game and just supported me through it all. And now that this game is ending, it's kind of sad, but at the same time, I understand. And hopefully you guys stick around for what I have to do next. You know, like, I know I haven't been posting much, but hopefully you guys can stick with me throughout my journey and experience it with me, you know. And then I finally published the game in 2018, and it was received super well. Players complimented the game a lot, and it was really gratifying to see my efforts paid off, and the people were enjoying my game. It was such a joy to see everyone interacting with the game, be it from reading discussions about the game online, from watching the tons of YouTube videos about it, seeing people coming up with their own strategies, being invested with the story and characters, reacting to many surprises and twists, and most importantly, seeing people have fun with the game is an indescribable feeling, to think that all of this came from something I created. Man, I feel that. I really do. At this time of writing this, FNaF World Simulator has over 1.6 million views, 800,000 downloads, 11,000 comments, 8.7 thousand followers, and 2.7 thousand likes. I find this absolutely mind-boggling. The popularity this game has gotten is far more than I could have ever expected. A project that started from a simple thought, what if you could play as the enemies of FNaF World, has developed into something amazing, something so many are passionate for, and that's something I'm really proud of. As you should, Crash, as you should. Thank you for an incredible 6 years, everyone. This was a very important part of my life, one I'll remember fondly forever. This may be the end, but I worked my hardest on this update to send this game in the best way possible. This update is the gift to you, to all of you, for the countless fun memories you've given me throughout the years. Farewell, FNaF World Simulator. FNaF World Simulator 2016 through 2021. Dang, man. Crash, you almost made me cry, man. Because I felt that too. I was at the very beginning, 2016. It might have been 2017. I don't know. Whenever the demo released. But, like, I was there through most of it. And just all that time, man. I can't believe it's been that long. And just... wow. And you guys really supported this game, and you gave Crash the love and support that he needed, you know, like, just you guys made this possible. Not just me, and not just, like, you know, Crash, but you guys made this possible, you know. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know if the game would have gotten this far, you know. I really don't. And just thank you guys for supporting it. I really do. I made this video long enough. I'm going to start playing the update now. And thank you guys for all the support. I hope you guys will be on this journey with me, you know. And even if this game ends, hopefully you guys will be on the journey with me, and just keep supporting me for who I am, you know. And thank you all for everything. Thank you, Crash, for making an amazing game. And it will also be in my heart forever. So thank you, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is Danger2468, and I will see you in the update. All right, guys, and I am signing out. The machine requires 4 orbs, but there only exists 7 power orbs in the whole world. And the worst part is, they can only be found in one place. That place. Oh, a horrible, dreadful, and above all, annoying place. It is so infamous that everyone avoids it at all costs. That place is the one and only Rainbow Land! Chica's magical rainbows. No!